A new report from the Labor Department shows 244,000 Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week, 9,000 more than the week before. This as inflation is soaring. Prices rose 1.3% from May to June and 9.1% over the past year. That's the highest in nearly 41 years. In some areas of the country, the inflation rate is now above 10%. Business reporter Alexis Christoforous joins me live now for more on this. Alexis, how do these jobless claims numbers factor into these fears of a recession?
They're definitely part of the picture that the Federal Reserve looks at when they consider how they're going to combat inflation, how high interest rates will have to go to do it. In terms of this week's report, a rise of 9,000 claims overall. We're seeing this number trend higher, which means that more people may be getting laid off now. Companies may be pulling back a little bit, but still, big picture, these jobless claim numbers are historically low, so that is actually encouraging news. The job market still remains a bright spot, despite high inflation, despite rising interest rates.
Gas prices, on the other hand, have gone down now for 29 consecutive days. So what does that tell you?
That tells me that at least we might get a little bit of relief in the coming weeks and months. You know, this latest report, the June inflation report that we got today and yesterday, does not factor in the fact that gas prices have fallen so much. We're going to see that reflected in the July numbers. So the fact that a major commodity like oil is starting to come down could give us a little relief, at least in the short term.
Several big banks are releasing earnings today. So what are you looking out for there?
Yeah, earnings season has begun. This is big for Wall Street because now we're going to see if these high inflation numbers, the rising interest rates, are really starting to impact businesses and whether or not they're feeling the effects of a possible recession. So today we heard from JP Chase and Morgan Stanley, both of them out with disappointing earnings. But I want to for a moment focus on JP Chase. Profits there sinking 28%. The nation's largest bank has now set aside nearly $500 million more in case people, businesses, consumers start to default on their loans. And also the bank is temporarily suspending buying back their own stock so they can have a little more cash on hand in case the economy goes south. And the CEO, Jamie Dimon, today warning geopolitical tension, high inflation, and waning consumer confidence could, quote, hurt the economy sometime down the road. When you have a major CEO like that coming out and sort of giving that warning, it means that even the banks now are bracing for recession.
Now, when we talk about inflation, we're often talking about consumer prices, but the producer prices also went up 1.1% from May to June. How critical is that number?
It is critical. A lot of people don't realize how critical. You gave the month-to-month, year-over-year producer prices up 11.3%. So these are prices at the wholesale level, the prices that businesses pay for goods and services. And as you know, they usually pass that along to us, to the consumer. This just shows, once again, inflation remains elevated. It's also deeply rooted throughout the economy, and it's going to be really hard for the Federal Reserve to eradicate it.
Are there any bright spots in here?
I've been searching for them. And I think I'm going to start with what our conversation began with, which is the job market. You know, some are saying that if we fall into a recession, and some even argue we're there right now, they're saying it will be mild and it could possibly be like none we've ever seen before, meaning the job market will remain strong even though the economy contracts. So the fact that we have a strong, tight labor market is a good thing.
All right. Alexis Christoforous, always great to have you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.